online. Go to their Facebook pages and you will find out when they're having their services or what time their services will start, and join them. At least they're not showing the people in the church. They usually show only the podium, maybe the pulpit. So yeah, attend church online. Leave me alone. All right, so we're still discussing motives rather for action, right? Or you can as well call it reasons. So there are usually different reasons. Sometimes, right, someone might have a good and a bad reason or a good and a bad motive for something. But would you say because there's a negative motive, the negative force has a stronger pull on the positive? So because there was actually a negative motive there, we scrap it because the motivation, the reason for doing this thing. So somewhere in your mind you are thinking, so somehow you are even imagining, so that's part of why you did this thing, part of the reasons you have been. No, but I know people who would say, why don't you tell yourself to allow the good intention or the good motive to rule over the negative motive? And this brings me to another angle, right? So let's say I had an evil or bad motive for doing what I'm doing, which is something good. Because what I'm doing is something good, can I now change my motive? I'm already doing it. My motive for doing it is actually bad. All right? So can I now change my intention? Back to the other example I gave. The young man who's always coming around, the reason he's doing that is so that tomorrow when he shows up at your door, the gate man will not ask him questions, right? You just open the gate and let him in. And then he can come into your house and steal something. But because of the warmth he's getting from you, the kind of reception he's gotten from you and your family, he now decides, okay, even though my motivation really for being such a helpful person to this family is because I wanted to do something bad. So my motivation for helping them is actually evil. An evil that I plan to do. But because my good has been accepted in such an overwhelming manner, I now decide that, okay, I'm going to continue this good. And in fact, I'm dropping my evil motive. I'll just continue to be nice to these people, to be helpful whenever they need me. And I no longer care if they let me into their home or not. I no longer want to steal from them. Hello? Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Grace from Melanie.
All right, please go on.
All right. Most times I feel concerning the matter on ground, I think most times it's because of circumstances prompts the person, or rather prompts the motive at which the person does a thing. Now, from the instances you gave, or from the illustration you gave about the guy in the church and not wanting, the best thing is take your eyes off that girl and let your mind be on what the preacher is preaching.
No, he didn't say it's a particular girl.
Sorry?
He did not say it's a particular girl. He's talking about the opposite gender. So anything that is female is the problem.
Okay. So in that case, I feel most times you might go out of, okay, now take for instance, I have fallen victim before, where I know that what I'm about to do isn't right, but I went ahead doing it only for me to get myself into trouble. You get?
Yeah.
So most times it is not because I really wanted to do that which had gotten me into trouble. But the circumstances surrounding the problem was what made me take that action. You get? So basically, I feel the reasons behind most people acting is circumstances. So I think that's my take on this issue.
All right. Thank you very much. And because we are still in the election season, I can't run away from this. Getting into elective position, is it a bad thing? No, it's not. Leading a people, or like they claim, they want to serve you, want to be your servants in the House of Reps, where the millions will be entering my account. Servant. All right. So the action itself, right, of serving, is it bad? No, it's not bad. But what's the motive, the person who is going there? What motive does that person have? What is the motive behind this person's action of wanting to serve? So that he can be in that position where he can perhaps siphon monies, control money, and do pepper them gang. Motive. I think it's one of the things that have really come to play in the 2023 elections, right? And it's not just this year. It's been on for a long time where people are saying, why do they want to go back there? Why do you want to go back and be the leader? Why? You've served. I heard someone has been there since 2003. Wow. You've been serving for that long. Why do you want to go back again? Really, tell us the truth. And then you reel out your manifesto, and when we're hearing all the good things, but you know behind your, or right within your heart, truly what your motive is. So there could be a good motive to actually, represent my people, but there could be the other motive where I want to be able to control money and nobody's questioning me. Oh my God. All right, so motives can actually be good or bad. Even though the action is still good, but the motive behind it can still be good and bad. It's just incredible, really. All right, very quick break here. When I return, I will be saying my goodbyes. Do stay tuned. I'll be back. And we've been talking about motives for actions, right? Nemeka Okorafo on Facebook says, I'm listening from Ada George Road. An old adage says, the end justifies the means. But I beg to differ. Every good intention should have a good motive or end. All right. And then Michael Okere. Michael now went on Facebook to go and be shouting, Constance, we don't know the motive of the CBN governor. Michael, I've told you what to do now. So that I can go and find out for you and for all of us. Okay, very quickly now, this message here. All right, it's a life story from me. I had a staff and decided to help her. Most times she comes to work hungry, had to fall down out of hunger. I sincerely started supporting her, but in the long run, I had sexual feelings for her. Made attempts, but she declined. Okay, your message is incomplete. All right, let's see. This person says it won't negate, but their character will remind. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. You answered my question. Now I get. But their character will remind me of something I shouldn't have forgotten. That a channel isn't the source. I believe the universe, God, my angels send help whenever I need it or ask. How that help arrives is not really my business. If my car breaks down on a lonely road, I pray for help and a madman appears from nowhere and happens to help me. Is that an indication of from my angels that I should take him with me or have a relationship with him? No. Okay. All right. So this person who shared this message says it's a life story. I had a staff and decided to help her. Most times she comes to work hungry. I sincerely started supporting her, but in the long run, I had sexual feelings for her. Made attempts, but she declined. Recorded all our conversation, but now she's using it against me. Did you sexually harass her? What you're calling sexual attempt. What do you mean by attempt? Was it an assault? Yeah. Okay, I have to go. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember to follow us on social media. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH on Twitter, and Nigeria Info FM_PH on Instagram. And you can find me, Constance Mega, on Twitter, and Constance Mega for LinkedIn and Instagram. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. We have the news coming up, and then Dio will be here for Hard Facts. God bless you.